One continent, the world's largest rainforest, the highest waterfall on Earth, the longest mountain range, the driest desert, and a river so powerful, it pumps 20% of all the world's fresh water into the ocean every single day. This is South America, and today, we're going to show you why it might be the most extraordinary piece of land on this entire planet. South America covers 17.8 million square kilometers, the fourth largest continent. But size isn't what makes it remarkable. It's the extremes. The Amazon rainforest, 6.4 million square kilometers of green. That's larger than the entire continental United States. It contains 10% of every single species on Earth. Scientists believe there are species in there we haven't even discovered yet. Every single day, new ones are found. The Andes Mountains stretch 7,000 kilometers down the western spine of the continent, the longest mountain range on Earth. Aconcagua, at 6,961 meters, is the highest peak in the entire Western Hemisphere. Angel Falls in Venezuela drops 979 meters straight down. That's 15 times taller than Niagara Falls. And it was completely unknown to the outside world until an American bush pilot named Jimmy Angel flew over it, by accident, in 1933. Then there's the Atacama Desert in Chile. Parts of it have never recorded rainfall in all of human history. It is so dry that NASA uses it to test Mars rovers. If their life detection instruments find nothing alive in the Atacama, they know they're sensitive enough for Mars. 430 million people, 12 countries, 13 official languages. Brazil alone is the largest country in the Southern Hemisphere and shares a border with every South American country except Chile and Ecuador. But here's what most people don't realize. When Europeans arrived in the 1500s, there were already an estimated 50 to 100 million people here, 400 distinct indigenous groups. And today, in the 21st century, there are still at least 130 uncontacted tribes living in the Amazon. By choice, they know the outside world exists. They have chosen not to join it. Colombia is the only country in South America with coastline on both the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. And Suriname, the continent's smallest country, still speaks Dutch, a forgotten echo of a colonial past most people have never thought about. Now, the Inca Empire. At its height in 1438 AD, it was the largest empire in the pre-Columbian Americas. 12 million people spread across what is now Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. Here is the extraordinary part. The Inca had no writing system, none whatsoever, and yet they governed 12 million people across the most extreme terrain on Earth. They did it using a recording system called quipus, knotted strings that encoded information through color, position, and the type of knot. A system so complex, we still haven't fully decoded it. And Machu Picchu, built at 2,430 meters altitude, without wheels, without iron tools, without mortar holding the stones together. The stones are fitted so precisely that you cannot slide a piece of paper between them. Today, after 600 years of earthquakes, then the Spanish arrived, with horses, steel, and smallpox. In less than a century, 90% of the indigenous population was dead, the largest demographic collapse in recorded human history. What followed was 300 years of colonial rule, until Simón Bolívar, born in Venezuela in 1783, liberated 6 countries from Spanish rule. He is the only person in history to have done so. Now, 5 facts that will change how you see this continent. Fact 1. The Amazon River discharges more fresh water into the ocean than the next 7 largest rivers on Earth combined. When it meets the Atlantic Ocean, the fresh water pushes so far out to sea that sailors standing 100 miles offshore have tasted fresh water. Fact 2. Lake Titicaca sits at 3,812 meters altitude, the world's highest navigable lake. And floating on its surface are artificial islands made entirely of reeds, where the Uros people have lived for centuries. They build their islands, their homes, and their boats all from the same plant. When the bottom rots away, they add more reeds on top. The islands are constantly being rebuilt from the bottom up. Fact 3. Brazil is so enormous it shares borders with every South American country except Chile and Ecuador. Think about what that means. If you drove across Brazil, you'd cover more distance than flying from London to New York. Fact 4. The Atacama Desert is so dry that mummies preserved there are older and better preserved than Egyptian mummies. The natural desiccation is so complete that some are over 9,000 years old, still with hair, skin, and internal organs intact. Fact 5. South America and Africa were once a single landmass. They tore apart 130 million years ago, and the evidence is written in stone. Identical fossils of a freshwater reptile called Mesosaurus found on both continents. An animal that could never have crossed an ocean. The continents moved. The fossils stayed. If you visit South America, Machu Picchu needs no introduction, but book months in advance. Only 500 people are allowed on the Inca Trail per day. The Galapagos Islands are one of the only places on Earth where wildlife has no fear of humans. Animals that evolved with zero predators simply don't run away. You can sit 1 meter from a sea lion. It won't even look up. And if you want to feel genuinely small, in the most beautiful way possible, go to Patagonia. Torres del Paine in Chile is 300 kilometers of wilderness so dramatic, so untouched, it looks like someone painted it. From the Amazon to the Atacama, from the Inca to the floating islands of Titicaca, South America operates at a different scale from the rest of the world. Next up, Oceania, the continent most people forget exists. Home to the world's oldest living culture, animals found nowhere else on Earth, and a coral reef so large it can be seen from space. Subscribe, and we'll take you there.